Hello and welcome to another video in navigating the Windows 11 environment or the Windows environment. Before we get started, I want to remind you that we will be using JAWS for Windows as our screen reader, but please remember that all commands and processes can be performed with any screen reader in the Windows environment you choose to utilize, such as NVDA or Narrator or anything else. It can also be used with no screen reader or just with Windows magnification if you care to use that instead. So let's go ahead and get started. We took a look at the Windows desktop and navigating that. We looked at the Start menu and we looked at the taskbar. As noted, today we're going to take a look at the System tray. The System tray is located physically in the lower right-hand sort of corner of the screen, and it looks like it's visually part of the taskbar. So if you're using a Windows like the magnifier, or if you're just someone who has low vision, it's going to be in that lower right-hand area. To navigate to the System tray, we're going to use the key command Windows plus the letter B, as in Bravo. So Windows key plus B. I'm going to press that now.
Windows B taskbar. Show hidden icons button. To activate, press space bar.
I also want to take this just a second to point out that my system tray is going to look different than your system tray may look. Much like the taskbar, it's going to be individualized. It's going to depend on how, if this is a work computer, how your IT department has things arranged for you, or how the setup was done, and some of the settings will depend on what shows here. So let's go ahead and just go through this real quick. As you probably heard, the first item in focus is Show Hidden Icons. This is an area that can be activated by pressing Enter. We're not going to do that right now, but I want to tell you what's in this area. The hidden icons are things that are running in the background while you are utilizing your computer. So things like the firewall, your security, your often your screen reader, Windows processes will run in the background as well. NVDA always runs from the system tray, and it's usually located in the Show Hidden Icons area. In my case, I have JAWS run from the system tray and not in the tab order. So my JAWS icon will be here. It runs in the system tray. So anything that's running that you don't want to be in your tab order, that you don't want to be pinned to your taskbar, that you want to have running, but still want to have access to, but maybe not like in your face all the time. So that's kind of important to know that those kinds of things are there. Other things that might be there include things like TeamViewer, so that your IT department, if you have one, can remote into your computer and do any sort of technical assistance, things like that. I'm going to use the right arrow key to move to the next item in my system tray.
OneDrive dash Vid up to date button. 1 of 1. To activate, press space bar.
In my case, I have the next item is my OneDrive, and it's telling me that it's up to date. I have my OneDrive, my Microsoft OneDrive synced with my computer because I prefer to use that to access my OneDrive rather than doing it online. I find it more accessible and easier to utilize rather than using the web interface. So I choose to do it this way. If you have any sort of cloud storage. If you do not have cloud storage or do not have OneDrive, this might not appear for you. But again, this area is individualized. I'm going to press the right arrow.
Privacy microphone in use by Camtasia 2024 recorder button. To activate, press space bar.
It's telling me that my microphone is in use by Camtasia, which I knew because I'm making this screen recording for you. This area might have other things in it, such as location or other items, but in this right now, mine has the microphone here. If I need to make changes to that, I would of course press enter or spacebar to open this area and navigate it and make those changes. But this is an overview, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to press the right arrow.
Network WCBVI dash data internet access button. To activate, press space bar.
This is the internet access area. This a great way if your computer is not working, if you're not getting email, if you're not able to access the internet. This is an important troubleshooting tip. If you want to make sure that you are connected to the internet, like there's not a problem with your internet connection or your router or anything, a great way to find that out is to press Windows key plus B to go to the system tray and press right arrow until you hear anything about your network. So I heard that I was connected to WCBVI data and I have internet access. If I did not, if there was a problem, this area would say internet, or no connection, or something like that to indicate that there is a problem. So that is a great way to determine whether the reason for your issue is due to internet connectivity. I'm going to press the right arrow here.
Volume echo cancelling speakerphone left parent Lenovo T27HV-30 right parent 44% button to activate press space bar.
This is showing me the echo canceling speakerphone is the output for my sound, which I know it goes through my monitor, which is a Lenovo monitor, and it's telling me that my volume level is 44%. That's fine. I know that too. I can adjust volume using Windows settings if I were to open this area, or I could adjust volume using different screen reader settings depending on the screen reader I am utilizing. That's going to be something we're going to go into in a different video. Let's go ahead and press right arrow again.
Power battery status 79% remaining fully smart charged button to activate press space bar.
This is my power status. It's letting me know my battery is at 79%. I'm fully charged. I'm on a smart charger, so I'm good to go. There are, again, other ways to report battery status that are available to you using your screen reader. We'll go over that in another video, but this is just another way to get that information on battery status for you.
Clock 11:55 a.m. 6/22/2026 button to activate press space bar.
This is the clock and it can tell you the system time and date. Again, there are other ways of finding out that information, but we'll go over that in another video. I'm just going to press the right arrow one more time.
Show desktop button to activate press space bar.
This is probably not really necessary for those screen reader users, but it's kind of important to know it's there. There's a setting in Windows that allows you to have a very tiny section of the lower right-hand corner of the screen available so that it is always showing. So if you click on it physically with a mouse or activate it by pressing enter here, it will take you to the desktop. This is mainly for people who aren't using the keyboard shortcut to do like Windows M to minimize all apps or anything like that. So this is just another way of getting to the desktop. It's just important to know it's here, just so that you know why it's here. I just kind of wanted to point it out. If I press right arrow again,
show hidden icons button to activate press space bar.
I cycle right back around to the beginning. So that's an overview of our system tray, just the different areas of it. We will be going into each one of those areas individually in other videos. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.